the next one that we'll move into is copyrights. So what are copyrights? Copyrights protect things that you've authored. So for example, it could be a play, it could be a music video, a choreography. It's something that, a book, a movie, something that you have authored. You are the original author of that thing, right? So whereas the trademark protects like the outward branding of the thing, now this protects the work that you created out of your own authorship, right? So in this case, let's say they were making a documentary about Coca-Cola. It might not necessarily be the same company, to be honest, that's making the documentaries, but the company that's making the documentary would somehow get permission from Coca-Cola to make this documentary, but that person who authors it is the one now that is seeking the protection for the work that they're creating. You understand? Right. So that's the difference really with a copyright and a trademark. Now, when we move over to patents, we're looking at a completely different area. So now this protects things that are called inventions. So something, a new invention, a formula, a scientific formula, a process, right? So that somebody, so for example, let's say Coca-Cola, and I'm just sticking to this one example just to make it easier for people to understand the differences. So let's say Coca-Cola has certain ingredients that they put in their drink formula to make it taste a certain way. What they would protect in the patent is that formula that creates that drink, right? And not so much like the image of the Coca-Cola sign, and not so much an authored work that explains anything about Coca-Cola, but really the content of it, that thing that was invented that is put in the can or the bottle or the fountain machine, somebody else cannot now go and use this formula and profit from it because now you have patented the formula behind it. So if someone wants to use it, what they would have to do is then get permission from Coca-Cola to use that formula in their drink, right? So I hope that.
And then would they have signed like the persons who actually work on the making of the drink? They'd have to sign something to say that they can't tell what they know, right?
Yeah, so there is what is known as an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. So the people, and oftentimes, this is a big issue that is often litigated in court because oftentimes those very people that are working on the formula will take it for themselves and run off. So you need a very secure NDA to protect it, right? And that is why you try and get to the patent office as soon as possible. Even while you're working on the patent, you can actually file a pre-patent thing to protect that invention while the people are working on it. So yeah, there are a few things with those processes, but yes, you're right. I see you've been doing your research.
Yeah, because it's something I always been curious about. I think even use that same Coca-Cola. I think it's the combination with Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and stuff like that. They had to make sure. I think I've heard that they had to do something like that for the people who are actually making it. And then because people are so dishonest again too, so
yeah, people take it and run off with it for themselves.
yeah. Oh boy.
It's Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they have different tastes.
Right, that's true. Because I drink them both, so I know.
Yeah, they have two different tastes. Right. And if they taste the same, somebody's lying. It's two different formulas. Some people love Pepsi for that taste, and some people love Coca-Cola for the Coca-Cola taste.
Awesome.